everyone, this is Karen.
Hello everybody, welcome. I'm Shane.
Today we're looking at part 1 of Magic in a Cube. And the vocabulary words are billion.
Billion.
There are over 1 billion people in China.
Arrangement.
Arrangement.
We tried out several different arrangements of the chairs for the event.
Solve.
Solve.
Penelope solved the difficult problem before any other student.
Aid.
Aid.
Derek used a few aids to explain the movement of the planets to his son.
Award.
Award.
The principal presented the Best Teacher of the Year award to Mrs.
Me.
Adams.
Oh, not me.
Sorry, not you.
I thought I was going to win the award.
Maybe next year.
Maybe I'll just have to win an award for the fastest solving of the Rubik's Cube ever.
Do you
Are you
know
ready?
how to solve the Rubik's Cube?
I can't do it.
Okay, to be honest, I have never done it before. I've never solved the Rubik's Cube.
When I was in elementary school, it was very, very popular to have a Rubik's Cube, and I was able to solve it.
Really?
I wasn't fast, but I could probably do it in, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes or something like that.
I thought you said 4 days.
Yeah, I was. Now, if I did it, probably 4 days. But I remember people used to take the Rubik's Cube apart to cheat.
Can you do that?
You can. It's pretty easy to take it apart.
Well,
actually.
that wouldn't count, right?
That's no fun if you cheat.
Yeah.
Right?
But is there some special trick to it?
You can learn some tips or tricks.
Okay.
Yeah. There's some methods to solve it more quickly.
Because I had one when I was little, but I was never able to solve it.
It's pretty difficult.
I kind of gave up.
Unless you learn some of the tricks or tips. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll learn more about this magic cube
Okay.
today. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Magic in a Cube. With billions of arrangements yet only one right answer, the Rubik's Cube may seem impossible to solve for some. For others, it's this difficulty that makes it so special. Whatever your opinion is, the Rubik's Cube is one of the world's most popular puzzles.
Today's lesson is called Magic in a Cube, Part 1. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike. And the magic that we're talking about today is not the magic you would expect from Harry Potter or your local magician. No, this is the magic of billions of dollars of money. Well, maybe millions of dollars in cash. Also, the magic of a popular toy and the magic of solving a puzzle while complicating your mind or teasing your brain or giving yourself a lot of confusion because, of course, it's the Rubik's Cube. That's the cube that we're talking about, that three-dimensional, six-sided, colorful puzzle that has been entertaining people and boggling minds for decades.
Yes, it's that colored cube. There are 9 squares on each face, and you can kind of mix and match these things and move it around, but can you then get all of the colors on the same sides in the same places again? I bet you can't. Anyways, yes, today we're talking about the fun and the magic behind Rubik's Cube. Let's get started. With billions of arrangements, yet only one right answer, the Rubik's Cube may seem impossible to solve for some. So yes, many of us have never solved Rubik's Cube, but some people can solve it. I would like to meet some of these people. I would like to pick their gigantic brains. Anyways, before we move on, we've got 3 vocabulary words to cover. The first of these is quite easy. It's the noun billion. Okay, the word billion refers to a really, really big number. 1 billion, for instance, is 1 followed by 9 zeros. It's 1,000 million. Anyways, for example, There are over 1 billion people in China. I believe there are over 1 billion people in China and also more than 1 billion people in India as well.
That's a lot of people. And here we're talking about different arrangements. There are billions of arrangements on your Rubik's Cube. Those are all the different ways you can arrange or you can organize or basically have your Rubik's Cube set up, because that's what an arrangement is. It's a way of setting things up, a way of organizing things. For example, we tried out several different arrangements of the chairs for the event. We tried them in a square, in a circle, in one long line. Lots of different arrangements.
A lot of different orders. Anyways, we also have the verb solve to talk about. The verb is solve. The noun is solution. Okay, if you solve a problem, let's say, you find the solution to that problem. By the way, a solution is kind of like an answer. So if you solve something, okay, you figure that thing out. You find the answer to a question or to a problem. For example, Penelope solved the difficult problem before any other student. Wow, Penelope sounds smart. Maybe she can conquer Rubik's Cube.
Well, Rubik's Cube is a challenge, and for some people, it's a frustrating challenge. They feel they will never get all of those colors arranged correctly. But as we read on, it says for others or for other people, it's this difficulty that makes it so special. They like the challenge of trying to solve the puzzle. Absolutely.
Fun.
So whatever your opinion is, the Rubik's Cube is one of the world's most popular puzzles. Absolutely. It seems to kind of come back into popularity every 5 or 10 years. A new generation discovers this puzzle. Now, when we call it a puzzle here, you might be thinking of that sort of piece of paper or card with a picture and it's been cut into little pieces. That is a puzzle, but we also use this word for anything that requires you to think carefully, to use your brain to try to put things back in the correct arrangement or order. So it can be a picture puzzle, but many other things, including the Rubik's Cube, will also be considered puzzles. All right, let's take a break, and then we'll be back to solve the riddle of the Rubik's Cube.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。同学们应该都有玩过魔术方块吧？你是高手，还是像我一样要花很久的时间都破解不出来呢？之前在电视上看到有小朋友蒙着眼，只需要花几秒的时间就可以破解，超强的，真的很想要去请教他们破解技巧。刚刚两位老师在开场的时候呢，用到一些片语，像 boggle one's mind， 这是指使某人吃惊。这个 boggle 是拼作 B-O-G-G-L-E。那么其实有一个复合形容词叫 mind-boggling。mind-boggling 就是用来形容令人吃惊的或是令人惊叹的。好，还有一个片语 pick one's brain 或者是 pick one's brains， 这是用来表达询问某人资讯。好，课文一开始提到魔术方块有几十亿种排列组合，却只有一种正确答案。那对有些人来说，它似乎破解不了；那对其他人而言，它的难度反而令人着迷。那不管怎么样，魔术方块可以说是世界上最受欢迎的益智玩具之一了。好，那我们这2天的课文就是要简单介绍魔术方块的历史。我们先来看3个单字 ，billion， 它表示10亿。那么 arrange 这个动词它有安排排列的意思，那么文中的 arrangement 就是在 arrange 后面加 ment， 这个字是名词，表示排列方式，它也有安排准备的意思。那么 solve 它表示解开或是解决，它的名词是 solution 表示解答或者是解决办法。好，另外 puzzle 这个字呢，它可以指难题或者是谜，也可以用来指拼图。可是呢，它在文中是指益智玩具或者是游戏。那刚刚 Mike 老师还用到 riddle 这个字 ，R-I-D-D-L-E， riddle 表示谜或是谜语。好，接回到课文中。
Magic in a Cube. Invented in 1974 by Erno Rubik, the cube is said to have been designed as a teacher's aid to help architecture students learn about three-dimensional geometry.
Thankfully, it only took Rubik a few days to see his cube's potential as a puzzle. It took him over a month, however, to finally solve what he called the magic cube.
Okay, let's get back into things. Invented in 1974 by Erno Rubik, the cube, the Rubik's Cube, is said to have been designed as a teacher's aid to help architecture students learn about three-dimensional geometry. So this is where it got started. It didn't start out as a math puzzle, really.
Interesting. So architecture students would be able to move the pieces and get an idea of what their buildings would look like if they used a Rubik's Cube to, I don't understand.
If they were only designing cube-shaped buildings.
I get that part. Okay, interesting. So architecture, of course, is the design of buildings. These are the types of students that Erno Rubik was designing this thing for. It was going to be used originally as a teacher's aid. Now this noun, aid, is basically something that is used to help. So a teacher's aid is anything the teacher can use in the class to help to teach the students. Anything from a whiteboard to little models to pictures and maps and things like that. We have many other types of aids. One of the more common ones you might know is a hearing aid, a small machine that people can wear in their ears if they have trouble hearing, and it makes the sounds louder. It allows them to hear. It makes hearing easier. That's why it's an aid. For example, Derek used a few aids to explain the movement of the planets to his son. Maybe used a little cherry and a larger apple or something.
Or a cantaloupe and a golf ball.
A cantaloupe and a golf ball to represent the planets to help to teach about planets.
Anyways, it started out as a teacher's aid in architecture class. Now, thankfully though, it only took Rubik a few days to see his cube's potential as a puzzle. Yeah, this isn't a very good aid. It's a great puzzle though. And get this, it took him over a month, however, to finally solve what he called the magic cube. So folks out there who think you'll never solve Rubik's Cube, it took Rubik, the inventor of this cube, a month to solve it. So it's tough, but you can do it. It was even tough for the guy who created this thing.
I feel better now.
Me too. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
魔术方块是由 Erno Rubik 厄尔诺·卢比克在1974年发明的。据说他是为了要帮助建筑系学生来学习立体几何而设计出这个教具。那他只花了几天的时间就看出这个教具它有潜力可以用来当益智玩具。那他把这个玩具称为 Magic Cube。有趣的是啊，卢比克他自己花了1个多月的时间才把他发明的魔术方块给解开来。所以同学们下次玩魔术方块卡关的时候，不要气馁，毕竟发明人他也卡关卡了1个多月。好，那这边有一个单字 aid。aid 它当不可数名词是指援助或是帮助，那它在课文里面是当可数名词，用来表达辅助工具。Mike 老师刚刚说的 hearing aid。Hearing aid 是指助听器。好，我们再来看补充单字 architecture。architecture 它表示建筑或者是建筑学。那么 three-dimensional 表示立体的。那我们说的 3D 其实就是 three-dimensional 它的缩写。至于 geometry 表示几何学，还有 potential 表示潜力或者是潜能、可能性。解华课文中
Magic in a Cube. The rights to sell the Magic Cube were bought by an American toy company in 1980, and they changed the name to Rubik's Cube. Sales were slow at first, but it became a global hit after television commercials brought the toy to people's attention. In 1980 and 1981, it won the UK Toy of the Year award, and by 1982, over 100 million had been sold. Since then, the Rubik's Cube has inspired books, songs, and even a cartoon.
All right, everyone. Rubik's Cube wasn't always Rubik's Cube. Rubik originally called his cube the Magic Cube. And get this, the rights to sell the Magic Cube were bought by an American toy company in 1980, and they changed the name to Rubik's Cube. I find it funny that this American toy company thought that Rubik's Cube was a better name than the Magic Cube.
Well, I guess the Magic Cube could mean lots of things. It might also make people think of like a kitchen soap or something like that that comes in a cube. Sure. Magic Cube.
Okay.
What does that mean? Rubik's Cube has kind of a mystery to it, but even with the new name, even with the power of this American toy company behind the puzzle, we read sales were slow at first.
Bad name.
Well, that might have been. But it became a global hit after television commercials brought the toy to people's attention. So it wasn't popular at first. Sales were slow, but then it became a hit, not just in America, but around the world, a global hit. And of course, TV brought this toy to people's attention. I guess Saturday morning during the cartoons or something, they'd have TV commercials for Rubik's Cube, and it took off. And when it took off, it really took off. It says in 1980 and 1981, it won the UK Toy of the Year award 2 years in a row. And by 1982, over 100 million had been sold.
Why did Rubik sell the rights to this toy? He could have been a multi-millionaire. Gosh. Anyways, before we move on, let's talk about the noun award. Yes, it's the 5th vocabulary word of the day. If you win an award, someone gives you something good because you've done something great. A reward is kind of like an award, but very often a reward is some money that you might be given for doing something good. Whereas it's pretty clear here that if you get an award, someone might give you an honor and then might also give you a trophy to commemorate that honor. For instance, in the United States, let's say you make a really good movie, they might give you an Oscar. That is an award from the Academy there for making really good movies. For example, the principal presented the Best Teacher of the Year award to Mrs. Adams. So she got a plaque or a trophy saying you're a great teacher. Now, let's say you find someone's lost dog and you bring it back to them. They might give you a reward. Here's 1,000 NT, thank you for bringing my dog back to me. Award, reward.
Okay, so I'm not going to get a medal for bringing back the dog.
No, you're going to get a reward and not an award.
Okay, an award is for doing something really great that some part of society will recognize and give you that prize. Well, they won the Toy of the Year award 2 years in a row. It was very popular. 100 million were sold, and since then, well, Rubik's Cube has never looked back. It's just been more and more success. Since then, the Rubik's Cube has inspired books, songs, and even a cartoon. I can't imagine what any of those things are like, and I probably don't want to. So
look it up on YouTube.
Is it entertaining?
It's on YouTube.
Stuff?
It's amazing.
Can you sing some?
You love it.
Can you sing some of the songs?
No, I can't. All right, folks. With that, it's time for us to take a break. But don't go away. Part 2 of our lesson on Rubik's Cube is coming up next time.
卢比克把他发明的东西称为 Magic Cube。那在1980年，有一间美国玩具公司买下魔术方块的销售权，然后他们把这个名字呢改成 Rubik's Cube。一开始是卖得不好啦，可是经过电视广告的推销之后，人们就注意到这一款玩具，然后就开始风靡全球了。在1980年和1981年，它有赢得英国年度玩具奖。那到了1982年，已经卖了超过1亿个魔术方块哦。那我们最后来看单字 award。Award 它是名词，表示奖项。那么 Jeff 老师说的 reward reward 这个字则是指报答、回报或者是奖赏。老师还有提到 trophy 这个字，它是拼作 trophy，trophy 表示奖杯、讲座，它还有战利品的意思。好了，那么以上是这个讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny。在今天的课程中，我们要介绍3个文法重点。第一个是分列句，第二个是 make 加受词加受词补语，第三个是 bring something to somebody's attention。首先，我们来学习分列句。分列句的句型是 it is 加上强调的部分加 that 再加句子的其他部分。要强调句中的某部分时，常常会用到分列句句型。那它的用法是把原句里要强调的部分摆在 it is 跟 that 之间。那么强调的部分可以是原句里的主词、受词、时间副词或是地方副词等等。接着再将句子的其他部分摆在 that 之后。例如 The car's engine is making a funny noise。车子的引擎发出奇怪的噪音。如果要强调车子的引擎就是奇怪噪音的来源，可以将 the car's engine 摆在 it is 跟 that 之间，再把原句里剩下的字词摆在 that 后方，就会形成分列句。It is the car's engine that is making a funny noise。接下来，我们来学习 make 加受词加受词补语。make 加受词加受词补语表示使什么变得怎么样，变成怎么样。动词 make 在这边表示使变成，使成为。那受词补语常用形容词或名词。来看2个例句。Listening to music makes me happy。听音乐让我很快乐。The song made Selena a popular singer。那首歌让 Selena 成为一位受欢迎的歌星。最后，我们来学习 bring something to somebody's attention。bring something to somebody's attention 就表示让某人注意某事。那么类似的用法还有 draw somebody's attention to something， 用来表达某事吸引某人的注意。我们来看2个例句。Emily tried to bring the matter to her teacher's attention. Emily 试着要让老师注意到那个问题。The tour guide drew our attention to a beautiful statue. 导游把我们的注意力引向一座美丽的雕像。以上是这些重点整理，我们下次见喽 ！See you next time. Bye.
用英语说出你的新年愿望。欢迎收看《就爱讲英文》，我是悠悠。又到是一日之计在于晨，
Morning
一年之计在于春。
Spring 啊，新年新希望，许愿
OK
是 OK 的，但是要维持下去才是真英雄。
很难哦。
今天跟大家分享5个许愿的英文句。1. Starting today, I'm going to eat less. 2. I'm determined to earn more money. 3. I will spend more time with my family. 4. My New Year's resolution is to keep early hours. 5. I'm going to fix some of my bad habits.
许下新年新希望的时候，我们都会说，从今以后我就要怎么样怎么样。
对对对，就讲讲而已了哈。对，大家英文要会讲，
做不到。
就是 starting today，
starting today，
然后主词动词这样。OK， 所以比如说 starting today, I'm eating less。
你骗人的吧？
是啊，
对，今天开始要怎样？
少吃，对，总要有个计划嘛，对不对？
对啦，是要少吃，但是你要健康啊。
是，好，那少吃不一定健康，所以我们就要吃健康一点好了。Have a healthy diet.
Have a healthy diet. 我们也会说什么？
我下定决心要干嘛干嘛。另外一种说法，你可以说 I'm determined to do something.
I am determined to do something.
所以 determined 是下定决心的、坚定的这样。
Determined.
所以 I'm determined to do something， 我立志要干嘛？我一定要做到这件事情。那同意的呢，你也可以变成 I have made up my mind. I've made up my mind to do something.
I've made up my mind to do something.
也一样是下定决心。比如说呢，下定决心我要赚更多钱。I'm determined to earn more money.
I'm determined to earn more
对，
money.
那你也可以变成 I've made up my mind to earn more money， 一样。好，请。
不是，你知道要 to earn my money， 就是老板要加薪啊，我不好意思。
哦，不好意思，好吧，那我们下定决心1个礼拜运动3次好了。I've made up my mind to exercise 3 times a week。
这太难了。
好，3 times a year。
这可以
哈，就1年运动3次。
I've made up my mind to exercise 3 times a
year。A year，
这也真的太过分了，这也讲不下去了，好不好？对，
因为现在工作很忙，对不对？你知道吗？就是你的工作，对不对？像你要创业，超辛苦
啊！
所以呢，有时候你会想说要多花点时间陪伴家人。我也是哈，所以我会讲 I will spend more time with my family.
I will spend more time with my family. 对，
真的。
但是你知道，我妈都会说：“哎呀。”我好久没跟你讲话，我都不知道怎么讲话了呢。你看，但是我们过的是许愿啊，也忘了这个新年新希望，这个怎么教这个字啊？
这个字啊，这个字，很多人会说啊，新年新希望
不是 New Year Wish 吗
？New Year Wish 还是 New Year Hope？
对啊，
我们会用 New Year's Resolution。Resolution 这个字
，Resolution
呢，它是 resolve 这个动词的名词。好，那 resolve 是什么？是解决、决定、下定决心要做一件事情。所以呢 ，resolution 其实是什么？决心、决定。OK， 所以 New Year's Resolution 意思就是我今年一定要做到的事情。
New Year's Resolution。
所以比如说啦 ，My New Year's Resolution is to keep early hours.
My New Year's resolution is to keep early hours.
对，新年新希望就是要早睡早起，
身体好。
Keep early hours，一句话办不到这样。
不要这样，不要这样，好不好？大家努力。好，真的，我觉得每个人如果想要戒掉一些坏习惯，真的人生就会更加的美好哦。
美好，
是不是？
戒掉坏习惯是吧？英文呢就是 fix bad habits。
Fix
bad habits. 所以我可以讲 I'm going to fix some of my bad habits.
I'm going to fix some of my bad habits.
对，我要改掉一些我的坏习惯，这样。
比如说你的坏习惯
还有什么？
好吧，算了。
然后还有什么？你是说我的新年新希望吗？愿望吗？你要
我的啦。
对，我读你的好了。好，我知道了。你要 get a great boyfriend, get married, worry less, make $2 million.
我觉得最后一个比较实际一点。
OK, make $2 million. 我们要赚200万这样。OK， 然后我们一起来宣誓一下。I will get
a
great boyfriend. I'm determined to get married. I will worry less.
I
will make $2 million.
I will make $2 million.
我们下定决心要交男朋友，要结婚，要少点忧虑，然后要赚200万，就这么说定了。
好，明年再看看有没有达成。
看我们今天的 live action.
New Year!
Hey, it's the beginning of the new year. Have you made your New Year's resolution?
Of course I have.
Do share it with me.
Starting today, I will eat less.
Oh, sounds great. You will have a healthy diet. And?
I'm determined to exercise 3 times a week.
3 times a week. Awesome. Anything else?
I'm going to fix some of my bad habits.
Some of your bad habits. My New Year's resolution is to keep early hours and spend more time with my family.
That sounds good.